I'm Tony Welsh and I'm the president of Barbacana. We've developed a product which we call Full Monte. It's spelt with an E on the end rather than a Y, and that's because it gets its name from Monte Carlo simulation. What it is a risk analysis add-in for Microsoft Project. An add-in means that it operates from the Microsoft Project menu system, and once you've installed it, it basically looks like part of Microsoft Project. It works with 2010 and 2007. What risk analysis is that instead of asking you to input fixed point estimates of durations of tasks, which is what you would do in Microsoft Project or most other project management systems, like you said, task is going to take 3 weeks. The one thing you know about a deterministic estimate is it's going to be wrong. It's bound to be wrong. What you don't know is what you really want to know is what the range of possibilities is. So we allow you to put in a probability distribution for that duration. And typically you'd say, instead of saying it's going to take 3 weeks, you'd say it's going to take something between, let's say, 10 days and 25 days. And it's going to be a normal distribution, or we support various different types of distribution. What risk analysis does and what Monte Carlo simulation does is it samples from those distributions. So you might have a few hundred activities, a few hundred tasks with different distributions. It will take a sample for the duration of each one. It will do the normal calculation that Microsoft Project would do, forward and backward pass, to work out all the dates and slacks. And it stores that information in a sort of summary form, and it does it again, and it does it multiple times. We actually typically do it 1,000 or maybe 10,000 times, and because the system is very fast, we can do 10,000 or even 100,000. In fact, I did 1 million the other day on a small network. And we summarize that information in terms of the average results and the standard deviation of the results, and we produce S-curves of the cumulative probability of certain dates being achieved. So typically the most important thing is going to be the end of the project, when you're going to finish. Instead of saying the project's going to be finished on the 13th of January 2013, you can say there's an 80% chance that it'll be finished by the 1st of January, there's a 90% chance it'll be finished by the end of January, maybe there's a 100% chance it'll be finished by the end of February. Instead of giving point estimates of things that you know are going to be wrong, you give predictions based on probabilities, which are much more valuable and useful, particularly if you've got a contract with penalty clauses in it. If you've got a penalty clause that says you need to be finished by the end of June, then you don't need the end of June to be your expected finish date. You need it to be a very high percentile, like you've got a 99% chance of meeting it. The sort of companies that use this technique pretty much across the board, but it's, in my previous experience in previous companies, it's been largely aerospace and defence contractors. The Department of Defence mandates that they have to do this technique. The interest we've had here has been from a lot of other people as well, insurance companies and banks and various other kinds of organisations. And it's often done at the beginning of a project, because sometimes you're actually trying to decide whether it's even worth doing the project. It may be that the risk analysis shows you that it's not worth doing. Maybe you're trying to drill for oil in the Gulf of Mexico, and they have sort of weather windows when you can actually put the things out there. And maybe if you don't make it by this summer, the whole cash flow doesn't work for starting, losing a whole year.
If people want to find out more about Barbacana and about Full Monte, where do they go?
They go to barbacana.com.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.